Hi friends, it's Chari. Welcome back to my channel and another FLOSSTUBE video. So today is FLOSSTUBE 18. It's been about a month since I filmed previously with my sister. I just haven't been in the mood to film, honestly. I've been busy, not been in the mood. You know, we're still recovering here in Western North Carolina, and some days I just don't feel great. I just feel kind of down in the dumps about it all, but I'm very grateful for all the help that's been given here. So I know Stacy and I have talked about an organization in Yancey County, Burnsville, North Carolina, that a friend of ours actually kind of runs. He's the executive director. I will put the information on the screen because if you are still willing to donate, it's a great place to donate to because they're working to help rebuild in Yancey County, which was hit really hard. I'm not going to talk about flood stuff, hurricane stuff too much. I'm going to get right into all the things I have to share, and hopefully this video won't be too terribly long. The first thing I'm going to share is some new stitching patterns that I have for lawn fawn. Now, if you're a stitcher, they're going to be teeny tiny because they're like 17 squares across in a circle. If you're a paper crafter, you cut the die out on your die cut machine and you stitch on paper. But I thought I'd share them because there's some fun little ones for winter that I just put out. Okay, so the first one I have here is called Holly Jolly. So it's some holly leaves. This one is called Cozy Cone. It is a fun little pine cone. And then this one is called Festive Wreath, and I'll put a link in the description below. These are free on the Lawn Fawn website. If you didn't already know, I work for Lawn Fawn, and so this is part of my job is to make these to go with the die that cuts out the paper. Now, I did recently do a video on my channel using this one to create 3 different cards. So this is basically the same card we made, but I put little beads on it. And then I made a winter one and a holiday one with some fun like retro colors. So I will put a link to those. If you're a stitcher and you're stitching on fabric, they make really cute, I think, cover buttons, which I've never done, but I think they're probably about the right size for that. So let me flip my camera to my desktop and we will do haul and stitching and all the fun things. Okay, let's start with haul. This is my November threads from Color and Cotton. Let me pull them out here. So we have Grove, Autumn Blaze, Old Gold, Seaside, Eventide, and Adagio, is that how you say that? River Stones, that's pretty. Garden Sage, Driftwood, and Moat. I don't think any of these are repeats of ones that I already have, actually. So maybe Seaside. So that's pretty fun to have all new colors. I also got some fabrics. So this is Honeydew Spritz by Atomic Ranch Fabrics, a 36 count linen. And then this one, which is kind of also a greeny color, is Winter Mint. I do have some charts stitched on a green, and I think this one's going to work really well. I bought some Juniper by Fabrics by Stephanie. I do have some Lugana in this for last year's Jingle Ball project, which I think I started. I definitely didn't finish, but I kind of like linen better than Lugana now, so I bought some of this in case I want to change. Also, I picked up some Slate linen from Fabrics by Stephanie because I had not stitched on Slate before, and I know that Kathy does a lot of things on the Slate fabric, so I picked that up to go into my stash. I believe this is a 36 maybe. I have to check my email. They didn't label it, the place I ordered it from, so I have to look back and I need to label it. Then as far as charts go, of course, I have picked up Winterfolk. I'm excited to stitch this one and get it finished, so I have them all 4 finished, but I do think I'm going to wait until after Christmas to start because this can be a winter stitch and I am wanting to focus on some Christmas projects. I picked up Gather Pinecones to finish out this series, which you're going to see I did finish Gather Pumpkins. Then Gather Moments to add to those 4, which I haven't started yet, but I will. That will probably be a 2025 project. I also picked up this Nordic Ornament Tree by Tiny Modernist, which I think is really cute, and I actually want to stitch this on like a dark fabric and probably change up the colors, and I'll tell you a little more what I'm thinking here in a little bit when we look at whips and why I feel that way about this tree. I also picked up this cute little chart, and mostly because of the saying, because my last name is Moss, and I thought this was really cute. I don't know if I'll stitch the frog and the mushroom. I do think they're cute, but I don't know that they're my style. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this. I probably will make some changes, but I just thought it was really cute. I also got some kits recently. Now this didn't come in this package, obviously. I pulled it out because I used the box to ship something in. But this was from Summerhouse Stitchworks. Obviously I've already unpackaged it and put it somewhere else. And this was the Bittersweet Sentiment. So this is a whole kit to make this project right here. So we have the little bird charm. There is the cutout for the little heart. Sorry, there's a glare. There is the fabric for that, which is, actually I left it wrapped up in the tissue paper so it didn't get messed up. So there's the ribbon and the flannel, this ribbon. Actually, let me put that in there so it doesn't get lost. There was this cute little chart that was added into it, which I think is fun. Here is, of course, the needle. Here is the fabric, and I forget what this fabric is. Let me look in the chart. Chestnut by Fabrics by Stephanie. And then, of course, the floss on this cute little ring, which there's only 2 colors here, arrowhead and copper, to do this design, and then the wool roving to stuff it. So that is the Bittersweet Sentiment kit from Summerhouse Stitchworks. Then the other kit I got was the Christmastide Sampler. This is, of course, hands-on design. I love everything Kathy does. This is an exclusive kit to Shepherd's Needle, and I will find a link to it. It came with all the floss, the fabric, some special charms here. It came with the finishing stuff that we need to make cording, the batting, the board, the ribbons. Then it also came with the pre-finished board. And there's also a board for this little piece too. And I think I might stitch this one first. I did watch a video where Kathy talked about the 12 days of Christmas and how to break this chart up into the 12 days of Christmas, and I think I might do that as well. So I need to go back to her video and kind of write it down so I remember. So that's the Christmas Tide Sampler, which is an exclusive kit to Shepherd's Needle by Hands On Design. I do have some different haul. These two recently came from Pashta Design. This is Holly Jolly Die, which creates the holly and the berries. This is an add-on to a stocking die I already have, so you can make a polka dot stocking. And then Lizzie was so sweet to send me the All Aglow die. So this makes candles. And I'll put links to all these in the description so you can go look at her images. Now this one I'm really excited about. The Winter Pinecone Details die. This, you need the basic egg shape that she has on her website, and then you can make it into a pine cone. And I want to make a garland with this and the holly, and I think it'll be super cute and hang above my sink in my kitchen across my little curtain there. And then the other thing I got was the Homespun Holidays Nutcracker Parade. Now this is a kit, so it's on the pricey side, but you get all these dies. You get to pick which color story you want, which comes with the coordinating floss and sequins, some needles. This is for hanging your ornaments, and then you get all the instructions for how to put your nutcrackers together. But just look how cute they are. I can't wait to make some nutcrackers. I'm really excited about this. It has a lot of pieces. I'm a little nervous. Oh, she also included flesh tone black and white for your nutcrackers. So you can see you kind of need only small bits of those to create your nutcrackers. And also there is the coordinating floss to go with that as well. So that was what comes in the Nutcracker Parade kit from Pashta Design. So I actually have quite a few new starts that I've actually finished. So we'll talk about those when we get to finishes. This is a teeny tiny start. This is the only new start I have that is still in progress. This is the Shiny Objects by Hands On Design. I bought this last year at the Jingle Ball, but I had not stitched it yet. And I did get the floss pack, which is all color and cotton. Now, I'm going to talk about this color right here, which is Wintertide. That is not part of the floss pack, but I'm going to show you why it's here and kind of my plan for this. So I'm going to set that on top of there because the chart is on there. So this this came from the Bobble book from the Jingle Ball last year, but Kathy is releasing this design in the next week or so. This was my whole reason for buying the Bobble book, was this design right here. And I stitched it up, although I've not finished it into the finished ornament. It's actually on this piece of fabric. And this is where the Wintertide comes in. So on this, that darker green color is actually Yuletide. But I wanted, oh, we got some fuzz in here. I wanted it to be a bit more bright. So I replaced Yuletide with Wintertide. And that is where the colors in my bell come from. So you can kind of see the difference. And then what I want is I want for my shiny objects, which use the same colors, to match my bell. So I've kept my colors together, and I will probably sub out Wintertide for Yuletide in my shiny objects as well. That is not where the madness stops. I've had this chart for a while. I really love this chart, but I'm not crazy about the pink colors. I like more reds. So what I'm thinking is I may take this same color palette and translate it to the tree lot designs as well and make them match too. Now there are a couple other colors that I am going to have to pull, but that is sort of my plan, is to make these match my shiny objects once I get those done. So I'm keeping them all together, and I'm stitching these on 28 count Dusk Lucana. This is the same thing I stitched Oh Christmas 3 on last year and the Pierre Noel. So all of them are going to match, which I think is really fun. And I think that's all I have in here. Oh, I also have this chart that I'm thinking maybe I'll make those colors match as well. I got this also at the Jingle Ball. So that's as far as I've gotten on shiny objects. I just started it the other night after finishing another project. So now I'm on to finishes. That was my only whip right now. So this is for this year's Jingle Ball. This is #joy, and I have already finished this one. Now I am going to be on a cruise and out of town when the Jingle Ball happens, so I'm going to have to catch up on the classes after the fact, but I signed up for a few, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get all my stitching done so I'm ready to finish my projects for Christmas. So this is #joy. Also on this piece of fabric, so this is Home for the Holiday, and I did change it a little. I did not stitch that dark stitch in the checkerboard. I kind of liked it like this. And this goes on an ornament from Chantel's pre-order ornament box. So there are 5 ornaments and 5 charts that go with it. So this coordinates with this chart. So I need to do some finishing again because I have some things ready, as you're going to see. All right, something else I recently finished is Give Thanks from Primrose Cottage. This was a freebie in their newsletter, and I stitched this on 40 count affogato, and I just pulled my own color and cotton colors. Well, mostly color and cotton. The white is Weeks Dye Works Grits. The orange is Rustling Leaves. Fairy is the green. Let's see here. Kindling is the brown, and Peppercorn is the dark color for the bird and the word give. So I need to finish this one up into a little pillow, but I think it turned out really cute. So next up, I have a finish from the Between Friends book from Hands On Design and Summer House Stitchworks. This one is this little scissor fob, and you fold these pieces towards the back. That's the back side. So this is the first one I've stitched in this, so I'm intrigued to kind of construct it. And this is stitched on Prairie Land by, oh geez, hold on. Prairie Land, 32 count Prairie Land by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. That's what this fabric is. So I think the next one I want to do is the sampler on the front. And then the last finish I have, which is not fully finished obviously, is the Gather Pumpkins from Hands On Design. And this is on Platinum Lugana. This piece actually has my Gather Wildflowers on the top of it. So now I've done Gather Pumpkins, and I can move on to Gather Pinecones. So I need to finish these on their little paddles. Okay, some fully finishes. I finished this last time, and now it is a pillow. So I had a finishing day, and then I also finished my There Is Never a Wrong Time to Say Thank You into a little pillow. I finally finished my Pick Your Patchwork Pumpkin, or Pick Your Pumpkin Patchwork. I don't remember. I finished stitching this last year. I actually stained the board last year, and I never put it on the board because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do around it. It took me a while to figure out what fabric I liked. So that is Pick Your Pumpkin Patchwork. And then my other fully finished is Gather at the Table. So, and this one has a glue dot on the back because it rolled off the little easel. It's sitting on top of my refrigerator. And this is just on with a piece of magnet, so I can pop it off and put something else on there if I want to. So yeah, those are all my fully finishes for fall. I need to finish that Give Thanks and have another little pillow. Okay, how about a couple giveaways? I still haven't heard from someone for the Halloween chart that I had before. And at this point, I'm just going to put it back in my giveaway pile for next year because we're past Halloween at this point. So I have 2 giveaways for today, and please be 18. Please live in the US because shipping is expensive, unfortunately. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends. So the first one I have is Peppermint Twist by Scissortail Designs, and this is 4 ornaments, and I'm going to pair this up with some aqua 14 count Ada. These look like they're stitched on like a pale green. I just didn't have anything like that in my stash. This was the closest I had. So for this one, please use the word peppermint somewhere in your comment. The other giveaway I have is Hands-On Design Year of Celebrations. This is the original one. It also has a November and July for Canada on here too. So this is all of the months, including those 2. And I am pairing that up with a big piece of 28 count wheat colored Lugana because that's not just what this was stitched on. So for this one, please use the word celebration somewhere in your comment. Thanksgiving. So please leave a comment by November 29th to be considered for the giveaway. So thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I always appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time. I always love reading your comments as well. I try to respond to all of them. So tell me what you're stitching. Maybe you're stitching something I'm working on. Maybe you're looking forward to something I showed today. Are you deep into Christmas stitching? Are you not ready to start yet? I'm ready to start. I'm not ready for Christmas decorations, but I'm ready for Christmas stitching. So yeah, thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.